So this is our time after meditation on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays that if you have anything to share and, maybe you can share what you noticed arising most often. Was it your thoughts? Was it your emotions? Was it sensations? You were a little stiff today, so you kept noticing that. Thank you. Yeah, I feel that too. I was feeling very stressed and now feel peaceful, a reset. How did that work for you to label whatever that was coming up for you? And how did it affect your relationship with those, the thoughts, the emotions, the sensations? Thank you. I think I need to do this more often. I noticed sniffles, weather change related. I noticed some background noise in the hallway of the apartment building. I noticed mind wandering, too much planning. And then when I finally got to briefly stop, I got super sleepy. Yeah, that can happen too. We exhaust ourselves with all the that we pay attention to in the mind, right? Yes, and they passed when I labeled them. Yeah. Isn't it interesting that when we do label the thought or sensation, emotion, etc., that they can drift on by, as the proverbial clouds in the sky, right? When we don't dive into the story of whatever that thought is, whatever that emotion is, whatever that sensation or sound even is as well. My pain was still there. I had to lean over to relieve it, and I was able to go back to breath. Yeah. Sometimes we need to adjust, particularly if there's pain in the body. Certainly I deal with pain in the body pretty much every day. But yeah, sometimes we need to maybe shift our seat a little bit to relieve that and then come back to the breath. Come back to the breath. It's always about coming back to center, always coming back to the breath. So that's our center. So if the thought's here, no, come back to center. Motion, come back to center. Sensation, sound, back to center. That's how you can think about it. Were you able to let go of judgments that you may have had about what was arising? Did you resist labeling or anything that arose? Uh, Judging, resisting, what have you? And even how did it feel to let go? Ah, I felt better. Someone would say. So when we don't dive into it, we can allow it to pass. It's not as strong, right? And we can have calmer mind, a clearer mind in that respect. Sometimes I get irritated at myself for how quickly I resort to planning. I get that way too. Well, I got to do this, and then I got to get this done, and then I got to that done. It's like, wait a minute, I'm right here. I'm right here right now. I don't need to do that now. Sometimes our fear is I'm going to forget what that is. I know it is for me, right? When those planning thoughts come in, it's wait a minute. I'm going to forget it if I don't think about it right now. It's not going to come back to me, and I'm going to forget all about what it was I was going to do. It's just like when you walk from one room to the other and you forget totally why you walked in the room. And yeah, why can't I just be here? Why can't I just be here now? Yeah. I think as we continue to train ourselves, we will remember whatever that thought was that we had to get done, whatever the planning thought was. It's like it'll come back. Just have to be patient. They're saying, okay, mind, just calm down for a little bit. We can think about all those other things later. Any insights that you received from going through this? Like you feel like you had a dream about this, being here. Yeah. The insights that we can get from this kind of practice is just how much the mind goes from one thing to the next. It's like a little puppy, going off everywhere. And then we gotta like reel our puppy back in. right? Wants to sniff there, wants to sniff there, wants to pee there. It's like, but come on, let's stay on the path. Stay on the path. Tree, fire hydrant, path. That's another way to look at it too. Yeah. Sometimes it's sometimes it's amazing how much ground I can cover in one meditation when my mind wanders. You genuinely surprise yourself. That's pretty good. That's my life all day, every day. And the important thing is that we laugh about it, right? That we have a sense of humor about it, that we don't take it so seriously, that we can be light about what occurs with our mind. Remember, we're just observing, we're noticing, we're learning from it. And we're learning how using a technique such as labeling and noting, same thing, can help us into coming back to that breath, coming back to that center point in our lives. So there you have it. So I hope you will continue to use this practice. A lot of times we use this in Vipassana. And, I'll bring that up to remember to note that. And so this time we just like practice and focus on just this entire meditation.